So you're doing the same thing every day, posting, writing, creating, repeating. It's boring. It's tedious. It feels like nothing's happening. And you're wondering if boring work ever creates real results. So you wake up, you post, you engage, you create content, you repeat tomorrow. The same tasks, same routine, the same process. Nothing exciting, right? Nothing new. Nothing that feels like progress. Just repetition, day after day, week after week. And it's boring. And maybe you're doing it wrong, right? Maybe the work isn't supposed to feel this repetitive. Maybe successful people have more exciting strategies, because if this was working, wouldn't it feel more dynamic? Wouldn't there be breakthroughs? Wouldn't something feel different? Instead, it's just the same thing every day. Boring, tedious, uninspiring. So maybe boring work doesn't create results, right? Maybe you need something bigger. And wanting the work to feel exciting makes sense, right? You see other people's highlight reels, their big wins, their breakthrough moments. So repetitive daily work feels inadequate, like you're missing the real strategy. But here's what you're missing. Boring work is the strategy, right? The repetition isn't the problem. It's the mechanism, right? I learned this by tracking what felt invisible, right? After some time, it got boring, right? Doubt started creeping in. And the doubt doesn't really go away, by the way. You just have to tell it to shut up, right? It gets tedious. But what I failed to realize was that these tiny daily steps build on top of each other, right? They compound. I started tracking my progress weekly instead of daily. It helped me see that I was actually moving, right? One week I had 5 followers. The next week I had 9, and then 15, and then 32, and the number just kept going up. I knew it was working, right? So why does boring, repetitive work create results, right? What are you getting wrong about the daily work? Pay attention to this. Number 1, repetition is what makes the work compound, right? You post today, feels boring. You post tomorrow, still boring. But those posts stack, right? Today's post reaches 5 people. Tomorrow's reaches 8 people. The day after reaches 12 people. The work feels tedious because you're doing the same thing repetitively, like reps at a gym, right? Boring, repetitive, but each rep builds on the last one, right? You don't need the work to feel exciting. You need to do it consistently. The boring repetition is what creates compound growth. Repetition builds results, not because it's fun, because it stacks, okay? Number 2, daily progress is invisible. Weekly progress is undeniable, right? Monthly progress is even better. You check your numbers today, right? Same as yesterday, no growth, feels like nothing's happening. But zoom out to the weekly or even the monthly. Last week, 5 followers. This week, 9 followers. Next week, 15 followers. The week after, 32 followers. The growth is happening. It's there. You just can't see it on a day-to-day, right? Daily metrics lie because they fluctuate. The weekly, monthly metrics show the trend, right? The compound curve. the actual progress, right? So track weekly and celebrate weekly. That's where the truth lies, right? Number 3, exciting work creates spikes, right? Boring work creates foundations. Exciting work gets attention, right? You try something new, something bold. It creates a spike and then it fades, right? Boring work doesn't spike. It builds slowly, steadily, consistently. It creates the foundation that holds up everything else, right? You don't build a business on spikes. You build it on foundations. And foundations are built through repetition, through boring, unsexy, repetitive work that nobody celebrates, but everyone who succeeds actually does. And if you're doing the same thing every day and it feels tedious, if the work feels boring and you're questioning if it's working, if you're tempted to abandon the routine for something more exciting, I need you to hear this. Boring work is the work that builds real things, right? The repetition you're tired of is the foundation you're laying. Don't chase spikes. Build foundations. The boring work is working even when it doesn't feel like it, right? Exciting work creates spikes, right? The boring work creates businesses. So how do you stay consistent with boring work when motivation fades? What keeps you going when the routine feels tedious? There's a specific system for tracking the work that makes the boring part feel meaningful. A way to see progress even when daily metrics don't show it. I put together a free guide. 7 steps to your first affiliate sale. These steps are boring, repetitive, unsexy, and they work. Execute them daily. Track them weekly. And watch the compound effect happen. The link is in the description. Go grab it, read it. Do the boring work. Track the weekly progress. And that's how you build. And drop a fire emoji if you're committed to the boring work that creates real results. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out.